Hey guys, it's Mew2king, and I'm here with a tier list for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. I've been watching this game very closely. I've been studying like the frame data and all this other stuff and theory crafting and whatnot. So I feel like even though the game's not quite out yet, it will be soon, I feel like I have a pretty good idea on a lot of stuff. And obviously I'm going to test everything as soon as I get my hands on the game. So expect a lot more updated videos in the near future. But for now, what we can do is I can give you my thoughts on the characters so far to, a rough estimate. So, I'm going to go over all the characters now, and as you can see, Zim and Power Toastman are not here as of this recording, but I have watched all these other videos and studied and just saw like what devs were saying on like seeing things on Twitter and stuff. I've been following what I can follow up to this point. So let's talk about Aang. So, he feels like somewhere in the middle of the pack. I feel like he's definitely not, I feel like he's not low and he's not top. Like, I feel like he's like in this area, kind of, because the way I see him, he's like, the way I see it right now is like, he really lacks power. He really seems to lack KO power. And he really seems to lack range unless his staff is disjointed. He has a move, like a neutral B move, where he spins a staff, which seems like it's really good. And his Nair, you can't really tell if the hitbox is yet. But if his Nair and staff are as big as I think they could be, then he could be pretty good. And he seems very light, very weak, and very lacking range. So those are some weaknesses. But in addition, he also seems like he has, like, obviously he has good speed. He looks like he racks up damage well at the low percents. And he has an up B that seems really good. You can use it to recover high and then come down from, like, the super high up. And he uses it from below. So for now, I feel like he's on, like, the border of here. I'm just going to put him here for now, but I might change it at like, the end. All right? So I feel like he's around this area for now. Because he has clear strengths, clear weaknesses. Doesn't seem broken, but doesn't seem... He seems to clearly have some weaknesses. So I'll start with him there and go on from there. Let's go with... I'll just pick Ren Stimpy next. Because Ren Stimpy is on my mind. The show's pretty fun, but if I'm going to be honest with his moves, his counter doesn't seem like it comes out to, like, frame 10 or 11. His projectile seems alright, but it didn't seem like he had that many amazing moves. His up air seemed good, his down air seemed good, his farts seemed good, but you have to like counter, and the counter's kind of slow, and then you have to fart them again. And the fart is extremely broken. Like, it's ridiculously good. And honestly, that fart could carry him from like low tier to high tier if you get it right. The problem is that it's not even like you have to get a slow counter and then you have to land it. And it's really good on base knockback. He can always win a Mac. You know what Ren Stimpy reminds me of? He reminds me of like Little Mac, because like you know how Little Mac isn't really like good, but Little Mac can always win because he has KO punch. It's kind of like Ren Stimpy. He doesn't seem good, but it seems like he can always win because he has fart. You know, he kind of gives me that Little Mac vibe. You know, another low tier. Patrick seems low, but maybe not. Yeah, he seems like he has some good aerials, but he doesn't really like. I don't know. He didn't really seem like he had like the super armor and stuff. I heard he might have like a quarter circle, like a circle input for like his down B or something. I heard that somewhere. I don't know if it's true or not. Like I haven't really verified if that's true or not. But that one might have armor. But he has like some grabs and stuff. But he's gonna have trouble getting close. So he's definitely gonna have trouble getting close. He doesn't seem like he has bad moves, particularly. But the fact that you just outrange him, it's like I don't know. He seems a little weaker than usual. All right, Toph. Somewhere in low, I don't know exactly where. Toph didn't impress me that much, to be honest. In terms of like how competitively good I think the character will be, I feel like the character's normals, like the up close moves and the aerial moves, just seemed very, very underwhelming, and they seem like they really lacked range and power, particularly range. Like the jab and the tilts and on the ground and in the air, it seems like it goes nowhere. And you do have some good smashes, like the up smash. You can like move it anywhere. Like you can charge it up, and that seems like a good move. Forward smash seems good. Like Toph seems like she has some good smashes and stuff, and the air platform's nice. Although they can stand on it too. But I don't know. I just don't think that's enough. Relative to the cast, I just don't think it's enough. Maybe I'll be wrong when a game comes out. I do think the character's a little on the lower end right now. Let's see. While we're on the idea of Avatar, I feel like Korra seems like, I don't know. Korra doesn't have like Aang's amazing up B. Like Aang's up B is clearly like really good. Well, Korra's up B seems like you just have to charge it from below. So maybe somebody could maybe down air the character, but you also don't have, unlike Aang, you don't have the option of like doing the up B from really high up. But the character has a lot more range. Well, we don't know how much range staff has yet, but the character has more range than Toph by a lot, and didn't seem like the character didn't seem like it had bad up close moves. But it didn't seem like it didn't seem like she had anything broken. So that's why for now I'll put core there. That's what it feels like it's gonna be, based on nothing being broken, having more range. But yeah, I mean, most other characters have this one thing that could potentially bring them to amazingness. Now core could have like maybe her double hit punches are really good. Who knows? Like the one thing that I think could be really good is like we don't know exactly how strong her powered up moves are, or like a lot of her moves it punch once and then punch twice, or kick once and twice. That could maybe be really good. We don't know yet. The aerials, like her Nair, didn't seem like it had that much range though, so I don't know. And her specials seemed like it was like more for like a free for all type of stuff. Speaking of moves that are good in a free for all, I was thinking Reptar seemed like he seemed also like a free for all character, but he didn't seem as. He seemed like it was a little bit of a step above the others, maybe, because like the down B, it did like 30 damage, and I was like, okay, well, charge and uncharge does 30 damage. It seems like it lasts there for a while, and apparently you have super armor while charging it. So the fact that you get like the super armor while charging it, that seems pretty good. Just getting super armor while charging it, you know? Because then you could theoretically, you're a heavyweight, right? You're a heavyweight, and then you know they're gonna attack you, so you just press down B, and then you tank the hit, and then you hit them back with 30 damage. And that 30 damage is basically like 35 or 40 damage because you're probably much heavier than your opponent, and you're probably gonna kill them earlier anyway. So that's like. Bam! Now that's 30 damage when you're already heavy. That's a really good trade. Like, and then the fireballs, the basic fireball didn't seem very good, but the charge one, it's more of a free for all move. But then you also have Nair. The thing is, the fastest attacks seem to be like a frame 9 move. I haven't seen any attacks that are fast from him that are faster than frame 9. So I can't really feel justified putting him above like lower mid just because of that reason right now. So yeah, that's just like early impression opinions. Okay. Let's skip around a bit. April seems really good. So April has a lot of frame 5 moves. Like, this character's really fast, kind of like how Aang is really fast. But April has a whole bunch of frame 5 moves, but also a lot of disjointed moves. Like her forward smash on the ground in air, this big giant move that just hits you, and then she has like you have to like she can just put down the little camera thing that like charges up her KO punch. So like she also has like the comeback factor. She has like the KO comeback mechanic factor, and it's like, well, that seems pretty darn good. You just press the B button, bam, you hit them with that thing, and they can just die. So even if you're losing, you have a chance to just come back, and then up close, all your moves are insanely fast. And she might have like the best, or arguably like on par with the best frame data in like the whole game, and that's like really a big statement. And then the up B, it's vulnerable from below, but you can also like go from above it. She doesn't have like a stalling downer type of stuff, but she still seems really solid across the board. I don't think she's either going to be top tier or high tier. I don't think she's going to definitely be one of these two. But yeah, I mean, that is just early guesses. Let's see. Cat Dog, I just feel like he's high tier. He didn't really have anything broken, but he had a lot of things that are solid. You know, like there's nothing like, oh my god, this is super broken and game changing. But it's more like, oh wow, he has a lot of moves that seem solid across the board. So it's just I get high tier 5s from that. I'm also personally yeah. The more I think about it, I'm thinking that he should be there. Let's see. Another good character. Lucy looks amazing. She has this teleport move where like you just teleport them. We don't know the invincibility yet, but like she has like 3 variations. One where she just teleports at you and mixes you up. And another one where she just goes boom and surprise, she's right there in your face. And then another one where she has like, I think it was 15 frames. I think I frame counted it. It was like 15 frames of invincibility where she was like the light color. I frame counted on like the YouTube video. And so she also has a mode where like she does like, instead of her moves doing 8 damage on her tilts and stuff, it does like 12 damage. And you know, the ghost mode did like, it seemed like it did 6. And I heard it has more knockback. I don't know. But I can confirm that a lot of her tilts that normally do 8 damage on her after she bites you once, they now do like 12 damage. And you can probably do things like maybe dash attack or forward throw into like the down B or like whatever the move was where you teleport at them and slam that thing on them and hits them really hard. That move hits really far at 0. Lucy could even be better in April, honestly. Like they both have this crazy power KO punch thing. I don't know yet. That seems really, really good. Okay. This character seems like I'm feeling around here maybe. This character seems like he has good range with the like the yo-yos. This character seems like he has good range with the yo-yos, so he can just keep you away. when they showed the demonstration video, it showed it with like, oh, it stuns you, and then you can smash attack, and I was gonna say that he's the best character. But then I heard that they nerfed that, and it just made it do like, it doesn't stun you anymore, so it just pushes you away or something. And it's like, oh, well, that's not nearly as good anymore. So that kind of changes everything. But he seems solid. The fact that he has all his moves is like, well, you want to get near me? Yo, 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 and just disjoint range. Disjoint. I feel like you're not going to be able to get near him. And like if he plays it right, you just don't get near him. So he's just he feels like the character who's just going to win neutral repeatedly for free. Another character who, I low-key think Spongebob is actually going to be pretty good. Because Spongebob, his up B actually seems pretty darn good. Like, it goes really high and far, which means you could go deep for edge guards, but you could also, like, recover. It doesn't seem like you're getting an edge shot, because that thing just, it seems like it's lasting there forever. It seems like it protects him really well. So, like, you try to spike him, nope, you can't. His frame data is, like, ridiculously good, and he has, like, a Falco laser type of bubble, where, like, you can, like, just follow behind it. It feels like you could follow behind the bubble, and then just chase after it. So it's like, okay, now you're like, oh, well, you could smash attack the bubble back, but Spongebob can literally shoot 1 or 2 bubbles and know you're going to smash attack and then do his smash attack and then he still wins. So it's like, you have all these mix-ups from bubble and insanely good frame data, ridiculously good recovery, and no real weaknesses. This character, I don't see this character being below high tier. I honestly think the character's probably higher top. I'm not sure which yet, so for now I'm just going to put him like the top of high tier for now. He just seems like he has it all, you know? Like he doesn't really have any clear weaknesses. Wait, okay, let me think. Sandy, I don't know. She seemed like she had that, like a really good forward air in the air. Remember when I talked about that in the video? It seemed like that aerial F smash hit really hard. And it seemed like the aerial F smash hit like really hard. And like the net seemed really good because you could just net somebody and that also grabs them. And then you can like kill them. So I feel like she should be like around here. I don't know exactly where. I'm feeling like something like that. Just because the aerial F smash just seemed like it carries from what I saw in the video. You know, the video just makes it that. Actually, no. I'll do this for now. I'll readjust it around later. Okay. So let's see. This character also seemed like was really fast and he could put goop on the ground. Just being able to put goop on the ground, you have to play around it. Oh, you put goop on the ground, you have to play around it. Also extremely powerful. Yeah, I'm feeling something like that. Okay, Helga, it's kind of like... I feel like, I don't know, she feels like she just has average moves, but she has a really good projectile. But the thing is, since the game's not out, I don't know how good that projectile is going to be. Like, I feel like she's going to be I feel like her projectile is going to make or break her. I don't want to put too much emphasis on it. The projectile is definitely solid, but I don't want to put too much emphasis on it since we don't know how broken it's going to be. But for all I know, she's going to be low tier or she could be the best character. But she could literally be anywhere from like here to here, just because like we don't know in practice. Like it seems like you can aim the projectile and release at any moment and then get a free hit. That could potentially be really broken or not, but it's really going to come... I think her as a character is heavily going to come down to how good that projectile is. And since we just don't know yet, I'm just going to do this, like, for now. That's what it feels like for now. Then we have... this guy. Now, he seems like... he seems like he should be good, but, like... I don't know. He seems... I don't know what his game plan is, really. He seems like he has a lot of solid moves, but then, I don't know. I don't want to make high tier this big. It's kind of weird to make high tier that big, isn't it? But I want to... Yeah, now that I think about it, this game, this does have too many high tiers. Darn. But I just feel like that's what they feel like, you know? Like, I feel like they're grouped here. I feel like these two are a cut above. Okay. I'll just keep going on. Nigel's interesting because... It seemed like he had that snap, but we don't know exactly how strong it is. It's kind of like a rest move. And he had it looks like he has really good aerials. So he has like the Jigglypuff rest and really good aerials. So I feel like they made him with like the idea of Jigglypuff in mind. But we don't know exactly how good that's going to be yet. That's the thing. I just don't know how good that's going to be yet. Since I don't know how good it's going to be, I can't put too much emphasis on it. But he also has that move where you can like not get hit while you're moving. And that seems like it could also be strong. Damn. Yeah. That move seems like it could be really good. But we just don't know exactly how much. I feel like he's somewhere around this area, dude. Man, this character actually could be absurd, maybe. Having rest and an escape move is pretty darn powerful. I could be totally wrong, but having I've seemed like he had a move where he could just escape disadvantage for free. It seemed like he was really heavy. He had good aerials, comeback mechanic, get out of disadvantage move. He just has a lot of good tools, dude. I could be totally wrong, and maybe he's bad, but he can't be that bad with that many tools. Like, with having that many tools, he just can't be bad, I don't think. And then we have like the Ninja Turtles. I actually like Leonardo. Seems like he's more straightforward and easy to understand. So like, I feel like he's like, oh well, it makes what his moves does is kind of just like makes sense. Like he has like the Marv Tipper mechanic. You just like space your move. Whereas Michelangelo, if you watch my video, if you go to my YouTube and watch my video on like Michelangelo, you see that, oh wow, his nair looks like that could be like ridiculously good. Cause it looks like it's really good for an edge guard and like the angle it sends. I want to explore that more when the game comes out. That move seems like it could be like really, really, really good, and I definitely want to explore that move. Explore it more. And he also has like a projectile. He has the pizza. So if you're camping him, he has the pizza move. And he has that shell move, which seems like a better version of Aang's, like the ball Aang stands on. So having like a better version of like the ball Aang stands on seems like it can be really darn good. Leonardo seems like it's more straightforward. Like you just space the sword, but he doesn't really have like a projectile, and he didn't seem like his. Like, it seems like he relies a lot on just spiking you. And if he spikes you, he gets to, like, win. And, I don't know, Michelangelo seemed like he had, like, a lot of, like, diversity. Like a really good edge guarding with the nairs. Based on the angle it sent in the video. Projectile. 2-hit moves, which might be kind of safe. I'm thinking that, like, Michelangelo might actually peak higher. I feel like he's going to be pretty good. I just can't know how good yet. And they both seem like he had decent recovery, but this one seemed like it was harder to edge guard. I'm leaning toward Michelangelo being better for now, because he seems like he's a more complete package, whereas Leonardo's like a little more straightforward. But he doesn't have like the Spongebob projectile or anything, or these crazy comeback mechanics here. Like Nigel has this snap move, and these crazy comeback mechanics. So those comeback mechanics might be pretty good. And being able to just follow after a bubble and have really good recovery and super good frame data seems good. He doesn't really seem like he has that, but he does seem solid overall. So I was thinking maybe like around here, give or take. Let me look at this one more time. So we have these three characters have like these absurd, like really good power moves, a complete package right here. They both have like super strong moves here. He seemed like he had like really good potential, which I want to explore when the game comes out. Definitely gonna look into him right away. Like, I'm definitely looking into Michelangelo ASAP, like super, no matter what. So pay attention to that. And then Spongebob just seems solid across the board, like not like broken stuff, but like super solid, like across the board. Like you definitely will never be bad, just based on design, you know. And he's kind of gambly. He has like the snap, and he has an escape disadvantage move for free. Really good aerials and heavy weight. So, but then he lacks good. His smash attacks seem kind of bad. So. And then Leonardo just seems like he can't be bad if that's spacing. He just has good spacing and stuff. And it seems like the spacing, that's just solid across the board. Cat Dog just seemed like he had a bunch of like just basic kind of just good moves across the board. Like nothing like that stood out amazingly. Just like wow, there's a bunch of moves that seemed good. Sandy seems like a really good aerial F smash. That I don't know how great that's gonna be, but she also has a grab move that leads into KOs. So like. I don't know how good shielding will be in the game yet, but having a lasso to camp with, to beat people from a distance, and smash attack with after, and beat grabs, and have that aerial smash, honestly, she might even need to be higher, maybe. Depending on how good that is or not. This character seemed like she's really light, but the goop is just so strong. The goop could be ridiculously good, actually. Like you could just probably plant it at the ledge, and it seems like it sits there for like 4 seconds, and the character seems like it has good frame data. So I think that character's gonna be solid. And then he's just neutral. Just win neutral repeatedly if yo-yo. The water gun being nerfed might make him lower, actually. he also could be higher because he just wins neutral for free all the time. Just like, oh, you want to get near me? Yo, 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 yo. You never get near me. He could be lower. Yeah, I don't know yet. The water gun nerf could be significant, actually, possibly. Now that I think about, I don't know how he's gonna get kills now. Yeah, I'll put him here. I don't know how he's gonna get kills actually without that. So yeah, and then Danny Phantom just seemed, it's kind of weird. I don't really. It's kind of a question mark for me because he has like a projectile, and he has some really fast frame data. And that aerial spin move, which seems like it hits really hard in the air. He seems like he'll be solid. But I guess I just don't know. Again, now that I think about it, he doesn't really have, like... I didn't see him have anything that seemed absurdly broken. So maybe I will put him like around... Maybe around here? Because I'm not really sure yet. And to come to think of it, Aang does have, like, that better up B. Aang could just get back to stage with that up B. So I might put Aang over him because the up B is he has this explosion thing and he feels like he can get to ledge well, but he can't really mix up just going on stage either. And depending on how big staff is, that will determine a lot with Aang. So yeah, and then obviously Aang, as I said, his strengths are the staff as like a move to space and really good recovery and good damage racking at the low damages. So those are some strengths. Seems solid, but he doesn't have like anything like broken. He just has like a few good traits, like being able to do that. I feel like he's on the board of min high. I'm not sure yet. And I just explained Danny Phantom and this character, and then Lincoln, and then Helga relying on the projectile a lot. Then we have Korra. It just seemed like Korra was like clearly more range than Aang, but like doesn't have like anything broken. As I said, like mid tier, it seems like mid tier doesn't have like anything that's like broken. But, like, these characters seem like they're just solid across the board. Yeah, it is, like, from first impression stuff. And in here, these characters are, like, they just don't seem like the Reptar lacks, like, the frame data up close, which, you know, but he has that, like, that downbeat can be good and heavy weight and good range and stuff. Just his fastest move being frame 9 kind of sucks. Toph seems like the normal, her regular attacks and the arrows just aren't good enough. Patrick, as I said, he's just going to get spaced out. People are just going to space out Patrick the whole game. And Ren and Stimpy, I feel like, just relies on fart too much. He's kind of like the Little Mac, where you can always win, but you're never, like, guaranteed to win, you know? That's just, like, the vibes I get. He doesn't have his downer, he goes above him, so he can't really spike people below him. I don't know. So, yeah, this is kind of like what it feels like. And obviously, Zim. I don't know anything on Zim yet, or Powder Toast Man. But I'm definitely going to explore them right when the game comes out. So, yeah, this is, like, a rough idea of what I'm feeling. So, yeah. So I'd say this is my tier list before the game comes out, but based on, like, you know, studying the game a lot. This is kind of how I'm feeling the characters are going to be. Definitely going to look into these characters. I'm probably going to look into Michelangelo right when the game comes out, like, immediately. Definitely going to check that stuff out. So, yeah. This is my early tier list of Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I have been watching a lot, and as I said, as the coming days and weeks and months go on, I'm definitely going to be making a lot more content on this game. I'm very interested in the game. The game looks great so far. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the content, and please click subscribe and click on the bell icon to stay notified of more future videos and more future content. And then if you want to help the YouTube algorithm, also like the videos, share them, comment as well, because that helps out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching the video. Before leaving, I just want to mention I'm also going to be doing coaching and practice sessions and all this other stuff for Nickelodeon and Smash on Metafy.gg. Metafy.gg/@Mew2king, which will also be in the YouTube description below, where you can see some other videos as well as buy my merch and stuff to support. So definitely look forward to a lot of different types of content. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.